Greetings and welcome back to Corpse Party. In the last episode we finished chapter 4 with 4 wrong ends, 1 extra end and the true ending, and also all 16 name tags. And we also unlocked X chapter 4. Only 6 more to go. And now the final chapter, chapter 5. Let's end this. Chapter 5 opening. Of course. Starting on a high note. I just wanted to lose consciousness. The deepest part of my brain had become thoroughly clouded over, and there were moments when I felt as though I could almost slip away. But the intense pain would always wrench me back to my senses before I could follow through. I would have welcomed even a momentary loss of consciousness with open arms, but any sort of respite from my suffering was plainly denied me. The only possible escape was death, and death was certainly at hand, but it was taking an eternity to reach me. It was like a shellfish removed from its shell. I knew my fate, but only the chef could make the end come, and she was savoring my torment. And we are still in the flashback, by the way, as you can see. Yeah, in case you don't know what's going on, this guy's here to tell you. Ugh.
スープのように潰れた目玉をえぐり出され、苦しみ抜いた末に出血死に至る。
なかなかいかないね。早く行っちゃえばいいのに。
And by the way, Sachiko is having good old time here. Stabbing Ayumi in the eye. Oh, and there's that scraping sound again.
えぐり出しちゃう。
And now she goes on to remove her
その後、
tongues.
なぜか犯人は3人の遺体から舌をハサミで切断している。
Like Mr. Kibiki here said.
口を開けてごらん。 お母さん。
Chapter 5. And we are starting off right with the action. Final chapter, by the way. That means that there's more ways to die in this one than in anything else. And speaking of dying, we are back with Kisame and Yuka.
どうしたの？そんなに震えて。
And Kisame is still very much insane. And Yuka is still very much in trouble. If you choose what's that you, Yuka will leave immediately, but if you choose stay silent, there'll be a little bit more dialogue, so I'm gonna choose that one. Grin. So now we're playing as Yuka with Kisame following us. Completely the opposite. If you try to go to the left...
ゆかちゃん、そっちは行かない方がいい。下の階ではさっき悪いことが起こった。
Yeah, there may have been a Sparta kick by certain someone. So let us not go that way, instead we go this way. There will be some dialogue.
震えているね。
妹の子はどんな子なのですか？
And after all this time, Yuka finally asks what she looks like. Okay. Guess she had other things in mind.
可愛い子だよ。体が小さくて、目が大きくて。
And just take a wild guess what kind of description Kisame is going to give here.
そうなのですか。
髪はショートでね。中学生でね。
Just like Yuka. And Yuka's face here is like, that sounds familiar.
青いスモックをよく着ていたかな。
I have no idea what Kisame is doing right now.
私
But-
やっぱりいいです。
Fortunately, Yuka at least has the right idea to get away.
一人でお兄ちゃん探します。
Yeah, you should do that. Of course, Kisame is having none of that.
何を言ってるんだい、ゆかちゃん。君のお兄ちゃんは僕だ。
Like I said, he's very much insane. I didn't have time to read that.
僕の妹は君だ。ここからは抜け出せない。絶対にみんな死ぬ。
So it might as well be by my hand. Kisame logic.
やがて訪れる最後の瞬間まで僕らは兄弟でいよう。
In the sequel, it's elaborated upon how he comes up with this logic that, oh, everyone is dying and it doesn't matter if they die by me or by the ghosts.
さようなら。
You guys, oh, okay, goodbye. I have never tried to go back. If I go that way, I'll run into Kisame.
お兄ちゃん怖いよ。
Nothing upstairs, so we go downstairs and we find... Oh yeah, there's bodies here. I forgot. There are skeletal remains sprawled out across the floor. Masaki West Senior High Private School Class 2-4. Eria Sato. Age 17. Cause of death: fell downstairs, died from spinal injuries. Actually, there might be corpses upstairs, so I'll just go take a look quickly. But I'm not sure. Nope. Principal's office, the door is locked. The key will be acquired during this chapter, so we are actually gonna see what that place is like. But right now it's off limits. And there's a candle here, which we are gonna use to save the game before anything bad happens. And a lot of bad things will happen in this chapter. Trust me. Also, this chapter has a lot of name tags. And there's Kurosaki. Somehow still alive.
大丈夫ですか？
君は
持田です。お腹がすごい血出て、何かで止めないと。これで床のハンカチじゃダメかな。
Oh boy.
君早く逃げるんだ。
手当てしないと死んじゃいます。キス抑えてますから頑張ってください。
早く離れろ。
Yes, you should go because that guy is coming
黒
in.
崎誰にやられたんだ？
I wonder who. And you motherfucker.
兄さんの言うことを聞かないからだユカ。ピクピク痙攣して
And by
無
the
様
way,
だな。
if you didn't notice, Yuka peed herself because of that. Yeah.
キザミやめるんだ。キザミキザミキザミごめんな。
え？
もっとガキの自分からお前親友として俺はやるべきことをしてやれなかった。
何言ってんだお前。俺の親友だったつもりか？お前が俺の味方したこと一度でもあるのかよ。
かもな。今
Well, it's not
本気で反省してる。
really easy being friend to a guy like that. So I don't blame you.
もういいよ。お前死ぬし。で親友としてやれなかったことってなんだよ。教えろよ。
これだ。
By the way, Kurosaki is a badass. He's bleeding to death and still has the strength to punch Kisame.
何でも人のせいにしてんじゃねえよ弱虫。目覚ませキザミ。お前の向かっている先には何にもないぞ。何にもだ。
バカが弱者はお前だ黒崎。
And we all know how that is gonna end. Because I have Kurosaki here on my name tag list. And it states he died. By a rather terrible way too. And you're gonna see it in a few moments.
お腹痛いよ。おじいちゃん。
気がついたかいユカ。もう大丈夫だ。兄さんが守ってやる。強い兄さんが守ってやる。
That's not a creepy look at all. That's going into the thumbnail, guys.
なんだこれ。鍵か。理科室。黒崎、 お前にはもう必要ないよな。
We're gonna get into the science lab in this episode too, so all the locked doors that we have not been able to get into previously are gonna be open now. And Yuka,
ここで幽霊にむごい殺され方するのは
you should run
嫌
already.
だろ。大丈夫。そんなことさせない。そんな運命から守ってあげるよ。俺が終わらせてあげる。君の小さな命。
And there's Fear Tracker playing in the background, and we run now.
待て待てよおい。
Let's go. Okay, the front door is locked. We need the key. There's Sachiko. But as soon as we're gonna touch that, or rather go next to that cabinet, it's gonna fall over. And we cannot get to Sachiko from here, so we juke Kisame and go back. There's Kurosaki. Kurosaki's body is so badly wounded that it's literally been flayed open. His internal organs are on display for all to see. I cannot get his...
殺すぞユカおい。
I cannot get his name tag yet. We will come back to this place later on.
ユカ
Also, Yuka doesn't have his other shoe. His There's blood splatters all over the floor here. That's where Kurosaki fell down.
いい子だろユカ。
Mitsuki's body is
こっ
gone.
ちへおいで。
Which means that this is a different space than the previous one. And there's bodies up here. We still have the shoes, so we can go up here. This corpse seems to be in a state of advanced decomposition. Thoroughly rotted, maggot infested, and worst of all, still wet. Sese Academy for Girls, class 2-4, Ayana. Something. Just a minute. That guy is over there. Ayana Misono, age 17. Cause of death. Died in sleep alongside beloved. Let's get this guy. It's a completely decomposed corpse. Aizuma Junior High School. Okay. Let's see. Aizuma Junior High School. Class 3-3. Toshimi Shinon Yumiya. Age 15. Cause of death. Came to Heavenly Host for data collection. Left magnum opus for posterity. Died when creating a split open blunt instrument. And just to make sure, I'm gonna see it was really that person. Yep, Toshimi Shinon. Yep, we got these corpses. So again, we're gonna juke Kisame. There's a wrong end if you let her catch you. Let him catch you. We're not gonna get that just yet. It's a cheaply made mass-produced bus-through used for still life paintings. There's a student ID name tag on the floor. It has small scraps of fabric stuck to the pin on the back, suggesting it was forcefully removed. And that is the ID name tag of Kokuhaku Agaboji, who was the shadow girl inside Cursed Art Room. She was 16 years old and cause of death was consumed by Cursed, faded from existence. And she was from Misato Municipal Brotherhood High Class 2-4. We cannot get inside the art room, so we're not even gonna try. Let's keep running.
どこかな
There are skeletal remains sprawled out across the floor. Yoshikawa Girls High School Class 3. Ryo Kazane. Ryo Kazane. I'm just gonna stop the game because Kisame is gonna get us if I don't. Now, where the hell is this girl? Ryo Kazane. Age 17. Cause of death, head completely smashed in with blunt instrument. There's
いい子だろユカ。こっちへおいで。
you can actually get inside here. There's a corpse here. There are skeletal remains sprawled out across the floor. St. Marian's University High School Class 2-1 Kaya Kisaki. Kaya Kisaki. This takes a while because there's so many names on this list. Age 17, cause of death comforted on a friend with smiles and optimism until dying breath, eventually withered away. Anything else in here? No. That is still playing music for some reason, and for some other reason Kisami doesn't want to come inside the room here. There's 3 corpses here. There are skeletal remains sprawled out across the floor. Aizuma Junior High School Class 3, Mai Kumasaki. Okay, Mai Kumasaki. This is gonna be a lot of reading on my part. Age 14, cause of death, stabbed by child spirit with scissors, slowly slipped away into death. The skeletal remains sprawled across the floor here. Tendo Senior High School Class 3, that's B, Hideki Tachibana. Age 18, cause of death, strangled to death by unknown assailant. And finally, Aizuma Junior High School Class 3-4, Sunoko Tamura. Age 15, cause of death, door closed forcefully on neck, beheaded. That's actually a familiar cause of death from the next game. There are skeletal remains slumped in the chair. Hakura 3rd Junior High School Class 2-2, Mio. Where is Mio? Mio Kanaki, age 14, cause of death, starved to death after desperate search for Big Brother. You can get these corpses later too, but I'm just getting these now to save time.
殺すぞユカおい
And this is why you don't want to drop down that cabinet. It's a key to the front door. Get the key, acquired front door key. And we can still go past it because it hasn't fallen out. That's why you don't want to make it fall. Checking storage media. Saving over this one because now we're gonna actually get a wrong end going, and that wrong is what happens when you let Kisami catch you. The front entranceway is locked up tight. Without a key, it's not going to budge. The door is now open. Run. Or you're thinking, oh, why don't you just let him catch you? I'm just gonna show you what happens if you try to go to the left here soon.
ユカ
こっちだよ。
You are supposed to follow Sachiko, but if you go to the left, this is what happens.
Yuka ちゃんユカちゃんごめんねさあ立って一緒に行こ
兄ちゃんを探しに。
うお兄さんは僕だろう
Yeah, Kisami hasn't changed by a bit. And this is a much more interesting option just because of this next scene. This one.
おいで一緒に行こう黒崎が行けって言うんだあの部屋に
Because if you just let him catch you, he just sucker punches you and she's out for the count. And we are actually with Morishige now. After all this time, we actually see what he's about.
Mayu,どこにいる？何時間経ったんだ？もう夜が明けているくらいじゃないのか。
Actually, it's 8 o'clock in the evening.
喉が乾いた。まったくどこまで心配をかけるんだマユ。今どうしてる？どんな思いでさまよっている？壊れやすいお前、繊細なお前には俺がついててやらないと。
And despite Morishige being a really creepy guy, he actually genuinely cares for Mayu. And there's a good reason for it.
しげに待って。あれ、そっち？今日部活はどうするの？
どうしたものだろうな。
今日は主役選抜のオーディションがある日でしょ？
だけど俺はやっぱりやめておくよ。
どうして？私知ってるよ。しげ兄が一月前から本読み込んで、体育準備室で練習してたの。
見てたのか？なんだよ、声かけろよ。
真剣だったもの。私ちょっと嬉しくて。
だけど俺はやっぱりやめておくよ。
どうしてよ。あんなに頑張ってたのに。
演技の優劣よりもみんな慣れ合いで投票するに決まっているからさ。マユ、お前はまっすぐな人間だからきっと育児のないやつと思うかもしれないが、こういうオーディションは実力だけで決まる世界じゃないんだよ。
ああ、
嫌いなんだ。行きたくもないコンパとか言って愛想笑いするの。
I really don't have anything to say about this, so I'm just gonna let this go.
ま、要はみんなに好かれていない俺に原因があるわけだけれど。
私好きだよ。
If you're not well liked, it's only you who can make that change. And yeah, like Mayu said, she likes you. Some small victories.
しげ兄の演技、キラキラしてピカピカで楽しそうで。だけど嫌ならやめとこ。無理に出ることないもん。
Though that is correct also. Why do something if you don't enjoy it?
私だけは見たもの。しげ兄のラスコーリニコフ。
Raskolnikov.
じゃあ帰ろう。あ、そうだ、クレープ屋さんに寄ってこう。チョコバナナのね、美味しそうなのが新しく出たみたいなの。
Chocolate bananas, man. I don't know why, but I just like how that is translated. Yeah, good old times.
マユ、
Never more will they come back.
俺分かったよ。マユには俺がついててやらないと 危なっかしくて仕方ない。
Yeah, Mayu was plunged into danger as soon as he got here, which ensured her demise really fast.
そう思っていたけれど違うんだ。お前の眉のその顔にしげにって呼んでくれるその声に俺が救われていたんだ。
And that actually means that Morishige was... I think Morishige was rather depressed. And thus, because there was this one person who actually cared for him and liked him, because as we know from the beginning, Morishige isn't that social. Mayu was the reason Morishige continued to live. So yes, she was saving her life. His life. Unfortunately,
出てきてくれ。お願いだ。
Mayu is dead, and Shigeni here will find it out soon,
一人にしないで。
and it will break him.
くそ。他人の不幸でも見ないとやってられない。
And that's why he's taking those pictures, because he thinks that seeing the suffering of others keeps him sane. I don't know how that logic works, but okay.
俺はまだマシだ。まだマシ。
Helps him cope with the situation, I assume, but doesn't keep him sane, I think. As we can see from his behavior.
たくさん集まったな。死体の写真。不思議だ。全部本物なのに作り物にしか見えない。テレビや映画の特撮の死体だって嘘くさく見えるわけだ。これが一番派手だな。保健室前の粉砕死体。
Yep, that is picture of Mayu's corpse. Unknowingly
す
to
ごい。この
Morishige.
肉の塊一つ一つが意志があって動いていた人間だったんだ。死んだ後の世界があるのなら
And of course he knows that it's a she because he went there and examined it thoroughly. And that is just a disgusting thought.
この子は自分のこんな無様な姿を人に見られてどう思うんだろう。赤の他人だから別に心も痛まないが。
And this episode is gonna be a long one again. I guess I'll cut this when this scene is over. It will be over soon. In a
Nanda.
rather dramatic fashion.
着信しているのに写メ画像のままだ。着信表示も出ていない。あ、音だけが鳴っている。
You have one missed call from Mayu.
壊れたから携帯の OS が。
And that is right next to my right ear.
見ないで見ないで私の内臓見ないでしげに
And And if he wasn't insane before, he is now. And I think that's a good place to stop this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.